We have a Tales of Tribute match against T-Wolf to you, who selects Lalu, Sijik, Rajin, and the last patron is Red Eagle, the black deck. We're gonna pick up a Dreaming Cape first move. We might want the Prescience if he doesn't take it. Or the Prowling Shadow. Prowling Shadow's okay. I'd rather have Prescience than Prowling Shadow. Two Dreaming Caves. Very interesting. Yeah, I want Prescience and... Oh, Luxury Exports. Well, that was pretty good. Leave is a Scrying Globe. Luxury Exports probably better than Scrying Globe. Scrying Globe is outstanding. Opponent does not hesitate to take it. He gets rid of a card which was not his War Song. I no longer recommend doing this. I no longer recommend keeping your War Songs after the nerf to Midnight Raid. So I guess my opponent doesn't know that. I'll take the Prowling Shadow. Why overthink things? There's another Scrying Globe for him to get on the leave. No good. But I still should be ahead of him. And on my next turn, I didn't get any of my gold generation, which is quite sad. Time Mastery or Bonfire? I want to Bonfire the stuff away. My opponent can take the Time Mastery, which would be very good for him. If he gets to... Okay, he got to 6, so he's just going to take a Dreaming Cave, probably. Yeah, there's nothing there for him to overthink, so he just takes it. Which is disappointing, but... With that being said... I can take the Kwama Egg Mine, which I should have done. Let's toss the Time Master. Sure, why not? Yeah, I do take the Kwama Egg Mine for free. It's nice. Luxury Exports. And... Giving my opponent curses is a little bit less effective right now because he has Scrying Globes in his hand. But my deck is going to be pretty unstoppable here. Let's dump Swipe as opposed to the Lalu base card, whatever that's called. Something Shipment. Goods Shipment. Yeah, okay. Would have loved to get rid of this War Song, but I never had it as an option. And keeping the Goods Shipment is more important because the synergies with the Lalu deck are going to be easier to generate and easier to come by without having to get a ton of Rajin cards in my deck. Like the Jarring Lullaby, Shadow Slumber, outstanding cards if you have a huge deck full of Rajin cards, but if you don't, then maybe not as crushing. So right now, I should pick one of these first. So Stubborn Shadow or Psijic Apprentice is the dilemma. They're both good cards. I do have this Prowling Shadow already. I also have other Psijic cards. Psijic Apprentice is also a good card. Which one do I not want him to get? I don't think I care. He's already got tons of toss. I'm gonna take the Stubborn Shadow, but I'm very conflicted about it. That one could have totally gone either way. War Song, does he know to put the power into my Prowling Shadow? He should. He should know that. It's not that hard. He hasn't done anything super difficult this game, but, you know. Okay, so he doesn't remove the Prowling Shadow. That tells me a little bit about what kind of player this is. And he goes for the Stubborn Shadow instead of the Psijic Apprentice, which is not necessarily wrong. Hagraven or Twilight Revelry. Both of them are very, very feasible in this setup. Let's toss this Psijic Apprentice and see what we get. It's a Ring's Guile. Let's take the Hag Raven. It should be a little more consistent. And for the first time somebody clicks a patron power, you can have some sweet curses. He's up to 6. There's nothing really for him to buy, so she could Time Mastery and probably give me a curse. Let's see what he actually does. Time Mastery is a good card. Don't need to overthink this. He should also remove my agent. Instead, he takes Imprisonment because he doesn't feel like he wants the Time Mastery. And he will play Red Eagle for the patron power. Sit the Dreaming Cave. Once he finishes tossing, the Dreaming Cave will give him the +2 power. He tosses 1 card. He's also got a Scrying Globe. He's probably going to toss nothing, I assume. What does he have coming up? Just a bunch of gold, that's it. Nothing too fancy. He does remove the Prowling Shadow. Possibly learning from his mistake, or not. Let's first rag pick away the gold and see what is the leave. I don't care about any of these cards. I don't care that much about the Time Mastery. The Time Mastery is good. I'd be happy to have it, but rather than having it, I'll also be happy to give my opponent curses. Even in a Lalo game where he has tons of Psijic stuff, this is kind of good because it will still mess up his combos. And a lot of players don't handle this correctly. I expect him to take the Grand Larceny and probably do nothing further. That's not what he does. Interesting. Okay, he'll toss the Grand Larceny instead. Interesting. Okay, I'll take Sepper's Insight and knock out his Stubborn Shadow using the agent. Maybe I should have gotten rid of the Ebony Mine. I don't think he's got much synergy for Halalo anyway, though. Yeah, he's not going to get it off. His deck actually is a deck kind of not too dissimilar to what I would build. Like, he's playing quite well, except he's made some specific mistakes, like leaving my agents on the board totally unnecessarily. But he's still in pretty good shape. Like, he left it there again. I actually wasn't paying attention this turn. Maybe he, like, should have left it. I should have waited to see if I draw my curse before... Oh, I don't have a curse. Never mind. Let's get rid of the black sacrament and see what the leave is. Prophecy. Let's toss one of these prophecies and see what the leaves are. The Briarheart Ritual is pretty tasty. Alright. We'll go with Briarheart Ritual. Thin stuff out. Anything we have to do a toss? No. We're not at this point yet. He definitely has to deal with my agents, and he can do this, but he has to use the patron power at the moment. I don't know what he's got in his hand. Nothing that's going to help him tremendously with this. Okay. So I guess if he really wants to, he could just kill the Hag Raven. But it's not good. Okay, he did neither. Sure, whatever. That's foolish. That's unbelievably foolish. How close am I to tithing some bullshit? I'm not, so I'm gonna remove the tithe. Let's pick up... Let's pick up House Marketplace. I don't have anything to destroy. so let's play Sigic Relic Master and destroy our prescience, which is no longer needed at this phase of the game very much. Although I am, you know, bombing my gold, but I have luxury exports and I have house marketplace, so I should be okay. All right, so he's got a Midnight Raid in his deck, which is not catastrophic by any means, but it is something that I need to pay attention to and make sure to give my opponent curses. Now that I have established the board and established the game, and he's not dealing with my board, you know, I can't lose, but I, you know, give my opponent curses and make sure that I don't lose is a good idea. Let us pick up whatever we're gonna get from Dreaming Cave first. Let's toss this. It's gonna be a Relic Master. It looks like we have gotten rid of the stuff in the deck. Oh, that's my only Hlalu card. Wait. I trashed a card. It should give me this combo. I trashed my other Hlalu card. Piece of shit. Alright. Let's move fast. Let's acquire that. I should have plowed away like a luxury exports. Or something. Plowed away something. It doesn't matter. The game's over. No particular excuse that my opponent has let my board move into this because he has not removed stuff from it. Totally without justification. Does it matter that he picks up a luxury export? At this stage, it's way too late. Place up to one card. Yeah. Sigic's Insight. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of unnecessary button clicking because the game is over, but that's fine. This is going to go in bad player beatdown.